Look, hard work and dedication.
Hard work and dedication.
Look, hard work and dedication.
Hard work and dedication.
Hard work.
I was living with my parents, my mom and my dad. Then my dad passed away. Then not too long ago, right after that, my mom passed away, and then after that, I'm living with my grandma. Why this is happening to me, and then after that, I moved in with my godmom. Then I moved in with my cousin. Then after that, I moved back to my grandma. So it was kind of like rough, I was in one spot for a long time. It's like I never knew him. I knew him a little bit, but not to real. It's like I knew him, and that kind of hurt. You know what I'm saying? Seeing all my friends with family and mom and daddy, and it just made me, accept it after a while, dude. You know what I'm saying? They ain't coming back. You know what I mean? Just accept it. And that's how I feel now. I accept it. It's me now. It's one day I have my own family. You know what I mean? And give them all the things that I didn't have. Because that's one of the things I do this for. Because looking back as a child, you know what I'm saying? I kept saying to myself, I don't want my children to be like this. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Because you know what I mean? It's hard living like that, you know what I'm saying, without parents. Then when I moved back with my grandma, you know what I'm saying, I respect her to the fullest, and I appreciate everything she done for me and what she still does for me, you know what I mean? If I'm hungry, you know what I mean, I could go check her, I got some food, that means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm never in Bermuda, so I don't get to spend as much time as I like. But when I am in Bermuda, I always go stop to my granny, you know what I mean? Especially since I moved out, but yeah. Because of our circumstances, you know what I'm saying, it was kind of poor. And I started getting in a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? Running the streets. Because I'd rather, be out there than be home, because it was so small, So I used to get mad at that, and then, you know what I'm saying, I asked my family, you know what I'm saying, let's do better than this type of thing. But it never went nowhere, so it just used to get me even madder, because nothing was happening. And when I went to school, you know what I'm saying, Spice Valley, that's when it all started, you know what I mean, stealing bikes, smoking weed. And I wasn't happy at home. That's what I think one of the main reasons why I was getting in a lot of trouble. I wasn't happy because I ain't had no space. You know what I mean? Living in a small house, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of hard to be inside, you know? So when you're outside, you're gonna get in mischief. When I got old enough to, work and start doing things for myself, it got better. But I was still living with them. But and then when I got old, I moved out. But I still love my, family. That's one thing. I don't forget where I come from. I go see them all the time. But I think they understand. You know what I'm saying? They understand what it was like. And then, yeah. I like to progress, that's what it's about, I always want more for myself, you know what I'm saying, I don't think I should stop right there, I always want, let's go further and further and further, and the way I was living, I was fact, man, I don't want to live like this, but that's all I could do. Yeah, well, this here picture, this was in 2009, 2010. We was getting to the Honor Classic. It's for the second time. I was getting for the gold medal. Came back, I won. This is just last month. August 25th. This was the flyer. That's Kurt. That's me. I just came back and won the title, PFC International Champion. Like I had never been away since I was like in my teens. Like, you know, my mama and dad used to take me away when I was little, but I didn't have no passport. You know what I mean? I didn't have no passport, and my teacher, Miss Stu, she's a real good lady. Like, you know what I'm saying? She done a lot for me, still does a lot for me, and she helped me get my passport. You know what I'm saying? I was excited. You know what I mean? And so we ran away. You know what I mean? Went to Cuba. It was like crazy, like to see like so many people like living like poor but happy, and it kind of made me feel like, you know what I mean, you're not the only one. I was in Cuba, and it was like, you know, this market or whatever, and you saw people begging and stuff, and like some people, like, you know, they were the phone. One girl, she was pregnant, and you know, it was kind of like crazy, like to see that, like, you know what I mean, for the first time, like. So yeah, it was like, you know, it was kind of like, I felt for him, like, you feel me? And yeah, it kind of changed me, my attitude on life, like, you know what I mean? Well, because it was the first time I ran away in so long, like, and you know what I mean, as a teenager, I was like, you know what, I want to do this again and again and again and again. Is there any one way I could do this? If, you know what I mean, I got a job, you know what I mean, start saving money, and you know, got my GED, all that type of stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, like, let's just do it, like, you know what I mean. I didn't get my GED first time around, I didn't pass the math, but then I was like, I want it that bad, I'm gonna keep, you know, studying hard, and then end up getting it, and then I started seeing progress, like, and then, you know, before you know it, I went back away again because of the boxing, and then kept going away. Yeah, I like to travel, so. Yeah, so when I come back to Bermuda, like, I'm gonna you know, strive to do better for myself, you know what I mean, got my GED, and yeah, when I got back, I just went focused. I you know what I mean, I started boxing too, because I met some people, like, you know what I mean, they asked me if I want to come to the gym because they saw me boxing out Audrey one day. It was like, yeah, I heard, you know, you're good, whatever, come to the gym, you know, just let me see your skills, like, you know what I'm saying. So I ended up getting police gym, and I remember, like, all we guys from Audrey, we was in a truck, like, it was about 10 of us, and then a week went by, it was about 6 of us, and then, you know what I'm saying, a couple months went by, it was like 3 of us, and then a year went by, it was only me, and I was like, fact, you know what I mean, what's going on here, like, these guys just quit on me, like, but I kind of realized this was for me, like, it made me feel good, helped me with my school, you know what I mean, it gave me, like the responsibility, like, it helped me with responsibility, like washing my clothes, all that type of stuff, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying, we all, he used to always call Charlie Bed, Bascome, that's my boy there. But anyway, he used to come through Audrey, you know what I mean, we would be waiting up when he healed, up Cub Seal, like, cause that's where we was chilling. And then he'll come in his truck, and everybody will be ready, jump in the truck. It was a lot of us, like, you know what I'm saying. And then before you knew it, it was none of us, like, just me. I was like, what the, like, I thought you guys wanted to do this, but you know what I'm saying, it's hard work, you know what I'm saying. I like challenges, so, you know, it was a challenge, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this, like, this is what I like to do. Right here, this is a Santo Russell. This is who I stay with, and in Orlando, me and this my coach Rigo. And this is when I won the platinum gloves in 2010. I had to fight 3 people for that. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this is one of the flags that I got when I fought Kirk for the first time in Orlando in June 16th, and all the guys came out, and they gave me the flag, you know what I'm saying? That was a memory. So I said, yo, when I come back, I'm gonna hang it up into the gym. Right here, this is my first coach, Mr. Mallory. You know what I'm saying? We still keep in touch. You know what I'm saying? This is when I came back from Trinidad. I fought down there. I got the bronze, which I should have had the gold. I got cheated, but you know I accepted. I moved on from it. This one right here, when I won the silver medal at the Arnold Classic for the first time. That was my first fight I won overseas. It felt good. Like it was like this is possible. Like so, even though I got silver, you know what I mean. It was a great experience. I was smoking and stuff, and when I was running and stuff, I could feel the my chest and stuff. So I said, I'm gonna start smoking, you know what I mean, and do this boxing stuff, like, you know what I mean. And then, it didn't happen overnight, like where I stopped one time. It became like, I had to stop one time, then I started again. But then afterwards, it was one day I went. It was like must have been Christmas or something, and all my boys were smoking and stuff, and I was training, and I felt fit, and I was around them. You know what I mean? And like all the smoke was just like killing me. Like I was like, no, boy, I ain't doing this no more. So I said, that's it. You know what I mean? And they like to be around you and stuff, but you can't get nothing done if they're always around you. So you know what I'm saying, you have to break it down to them, tell them, look, like this is what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying. I just need my space, you know what I mean. It ain't easy, you know what I'm saying, because you want to be with them too. But I just sacrificed that, you know what I'm saying. Let them know the deal, you know what I mean. And then after the fight, we could chill. That's how it goes, like, But when a fight coming up, it's time to work, you know what I mean. And some girls understand it, some girls don't. The ones that don't, then I have to move on. The ones that do, you know what I mean, you'll see how long they go on for. Because some of them say they understand, you know what I mean, for a little while, and then it becomes like, fact, it's always going and it's always training, you know what I mean. And they're like, fact, I want to, spend time with this guy. But yeah, it's been a couple of times where, like, there's been one instance, me and Rico, we was away one time, and I got hit in my nerves, like, it was like blood everywhere, you know what I'm saying. And I was kind of like gonna give up in a way in the sparring session, and Rico said, go back in there type thing. And I was like, I was fighting with him. I was like, no, man, you know what I mean. My nerves is like, it's like go back in there, like, because this is when we was fighting for the Arnold Classic, the gold. That's when I remember. And he's like, go back in there. We gotta do anything for you, man. He's like, go back in there. So I went back in there and finished the round up and stuff. You know what I mean? I was vexed, like my nerves was hurting. And he said, if I would have let you quit in there, you would have quit when we fight. You know what I mean? And went up to the Arnolds and I got the gold medal. Let me show you. This is Rigo right here. This is Rigo. Mr. Rigo. This guy got knocked out the ring. This guy is sleeping down here. If you look very closely, he's out. He ain't getting back up. One of the reasons why I missed the Olympics is because we're trying to go pro, and in order to go pro and be real good, I gotta go pro at least me at 21, 22, you know what I mean? Because this sport, it ain't like a lot of years in it, you know what I mean? You wanna get in and get out, and I wanna get in, make some money, and get out. And this is the great Troy Dow. With Rigo wrapping his hands back in the day. And whenever I look at like his pictures, it gives me inspiration, motivation, because he done it. just want to thank them, and I love them, you know what I mean? And I never forget about them. Whenever I'm training, like, you know, you motivate me, you know what I mean, to keep doing what I'm doing.
Look, hard work and dedication.
Hard work and dedication.
Look, hard work and dedication.
Hard work and dedication.
Hard work.